Hello everybody and welcome back to Codebase. We are so happy to have you guys here and we are so happy to be back. We've been going away a long while, but we promise now that we're back and we're going to function as we always have by delivering you tutorial videos on web development and other tech skills as promised. Now, if you've been following us so far, you will know that we are currently on CSS in the web tutorial series. And right now we are going to touch the topic of CSS animations. Our last topic was CSS transitions, whereby we apply animation-like effects to our HTML elements and other things. But in this part, we are now going to talk about CSS animations, and this one is a full-scale animation that works on its own. It doesn't need a trigger. It works on its own, and you can go freestyle with it and do whatever you want. And that's what we're going to learn today. Again, don't forget, if you like our videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so that you'll be updated whenever we post up a new video. And we are going to be posting up new video more frequently and much planned this time. Again, we're glad to be back. We're sorry for taking such a long time to come back, but now that we are here, we promise we're going to stay. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. If you want to reach us, you can follow us on our social pages, or you can reach us in our WhatsApp group if you have any questions, and we will promise to get back to you. So without further ado, let's get started with the topic for today, which is CSS animations. Now, if you've come this far along with us, you should know that in order to, there are three ways of applying CSS: the inline method, the internal styling method, and the external styling method. And it is the external styling method we are currently using, which works by creating your CSS file separate from your HTML file so that you can link it up and apply the changes you want to make later. Alright, so I have created a new file here for the CSS animation so that we can freestyle with it on our page. It won't bother us with the remaining pages and all that. Okay, so if you've not reached this part of the video, please don't forget you can go back to our previous videos and watch it step by step. Yeah, we broke it down so well so that you can follow it all through. You can follow our journey and you can follow the course all through without any issues. And if you have any questions, please do reach out to us. We promise we will reply you promptly. Alright, so let us start the course. So what we are doing is CSS animations, and as you can see in our live view, we have this h1 tag showing us CSS animations here. I haven't styled this document yet with CSS. I have not applied nothing to it yet. We are about to apply something to it right now. So let's carry on. So as you know, the first thing we have to do is insert our elements using our h1 tag. So let's go. Not h1 tag, using our HTML tag, pardon me. Alright, so let's insert something. Let us say I want to animate a text or a box. Let's start with a box. I'm going to do same h1. Okay, the same h1. Let's start with div. As you know, the div is used to create a section. I'll give it a class. I'll call the class text. Let me not think too much about it. Then we're going to, inside this div, I'm going to create a h1 tag, and I'm going to call the h1 tag. Before I'll create a span tag in here. Give it a class of style, another style. Okay, text style. Yeah, there. And as you know, the reason why I put this underscore between the text and the style is because when you use two separate words like this for the name of your class, what you are doing is that you are applying two separate classes to one element. Okay, if you want to use one word, you either join it together or you separate it with a dash or an underscore. So please don't forget that. So in this style, I'm going to leave this place blank. Yeah, I'm going to leave this place blank. Then I'm going to put my text, hello world. Okay, so this is it. Oh no, sorry, pardon me. Take this hello world and paste it in here. Okay, so I believe you guys have done HTML and animation with HTML before, whereby you guys use the marquee tag. You can go and consult our old videos just to make sure you get it right. But in this video, we're going to use only CSS to apply our animation from start to finish. So this is what we have here. We have a simple text saying hello world, and this is how it's going to look like in our browser. But when we apply CSS to it, we're going to give it a whole new view. So the first thing we do in CSS is that you use your universal selector, the asterisk sign, to target and remove all the excess spaces, or give your whole CSS, your whole HTML file a general feature. So I'm going to say margin 0, padding 0. Maybe I'll use my favorite font family. I don't know why, but it's my favorite. Don't judge me. Tahoma. Alright, and this should apply to everybody, and the excess spaces are gone. Beautiful. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say we're going to target this our class here of text. And remember, to target a class in CSS, you make use of dots or full stop followed by the name of the class. I'm going to say dot text, which is the name of the section. I'm going to give it position relative. We've done CSS position before, which we used to move our elements up and down. Please look at the previous videos if you don't know about it, so you can easily catch up. So we're going to say relative. I'm going to give it margin. Say not margin, sorry, width. I'm going to make the width 600 pixels, not much. I'm going to give the height auto. Then I'm going to give it margin auto as well. I'm feeling lazy today, so let's just do something simple. And if I'm right, this should come to the center of the page. Wonderful. Yep, here we are. Alright, you know, let's make this thing 600 by 300 pixels. Yes, and margin also. Alright, beautiful. We're not done yet, so now let's start applying our animation. Now, the way the animation works is simple. Okay, we can apply our animation to make this text move up and down, or we can apply the animation to simply make the text be changing color every few intervals. So let's first make the text change color every few intervals, then I'll do another animation whereby we'll make an object move up and down the page. Alright, we ready? So let's do this. So to make the text change animation color, what we're going to do is we're going to target this class of text style and not this class of text. Alright, so I'm going to say dot text style dash style, underscore. Then we're going to give you the normal CSS properties. I'm going to say color. So alright, now that we've done this, like I said, our text has come to the middle of aligned here, but that doesn't matter for now. So what next we're going to do is we're going to increase the size of the text. So we're going to do dot text greater than h1. Why are we doing this? Why? Because as you can see, the h1 tag is inside the div tag of the div class of text. So we're going to do this. So we're going to say dot text h1, create a bracket, and font size. We're going to say 62 pixels. Okay, 62 pixels. Come back here, and yes, our text is much bigger. But we're not done yet. So now that we've done this, let us apply our animation to it. So like I said, I'm going to make the animation I'm going to apply is going to be changing the color of the text at intervals. Alright, so let's start changing the colors of the text. So let's first give the text its default color. So to do that, I have to come and target this span target as a class of what? Text style. Now remember, okay, sorry, I've said that already. I've said the reason for this is so that we can target this h1 that is directly inside this div tag. Yes, so dot text great underscore style. Now the sweet thing about developing websites, or the sweet thing about being a developer, is code copy and paste is allowed big time. Don't fret over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm never going to bother typing the color down now. I'm just going to come here. I'm going to go to one of my favorite sites, which is called webgradients.com. Alright, this site is a free site, and what it does is that it shows you different color gradients that you can apply to your website, or to your code, or to your design if you're a graphic designer or UI UX designer. Okay, for web developer, you can also use this site. You will love it, trust me. I love the site, so I can vouch for the site. It's actually pretty good. So let us say I want to use any color from here. Let us say I want to use this particular gradient color. All I have to do is come down here and click copy CSS. That is all. Then come back here and paste it. All I have to do is remember the number of the color, which is what? Number 008, Rainy Asheville. But all I have to do is come back here, paste it, and if you go back to our page, the color will apply. But something went off. It applied to the background. And why did it do that? Because the property it has here is background image, not text color. or not the general color. Sorry, there's no such thing as text color, not the general color. So this color, or this linear gradient color, and we've talked about linear gradients in another topic. Please consult our previous videos for you to know more about it. This linear gradient is applying to the background of the span class, which is why it is showing here like so. So what we have to do is we have to place this color. All right, we have to place this span class. We have to make it enter into the text. We are going to clip it inside the text. That is, we're going to put it inside the text. So let's do that now. So to do that, what we'll just say is this. We'll now say background clip, and then we'll say text. That's all. One line of code will take care of everything. But if you come back to the browser, it shouldn't apply yet. This is what it will look like. Now you might feel like you've not done your job right, but you've actually done it right. What you just need to do is to apply one last line of code, which is color of the text, and say transparent. And if you come back to your browser, boom, you have this wonderful text looking like here. Look at it. Sorry, I'll slip of top. You have this wonderful looking text right here that has a gradient color of its own and everything. Very easy, right? All it takes is 3 lines of code: background image, background clip, color. Now don't say color none, you will say color transparent. Don't say none. It's 2 different things entirely. So now that we're done with the text style here, that we've given our text a default color, what we have to do now is what? Change the colors. So to do that, the first thing we have to do is apply our animation properties. So I'm going to use the basic animation properties. Okay, we start with, let's put a comment here. I will say applying animation properties. So the first thing we have to do is give it the property of animation name. Okay, that's the first thing you have to do, and the reason for this is because we are going to use this animation name to later target this particular element in order to what? Apply our animation to it. So it is very important to give it an animation name. I give it something you can remember. Let me give it blending. And like I said, I'm being lazy today. Animation name is blending. This is how I should show. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we've given it our animation name. The next thing we are going to do is to give our maybe the animation duration. How long do you want the animation to last? So I'll say animation duration, and I'll say let it last 10s. 10s starts for 10 seconds. If you don't want to type 10 seconds, you can simply type 10,000 millisecond. That is ms. The same thing as 10 seconds. I'm just going to say 10 seconds here. Then we'll say animation timing function. And in the timing function, I'm going to use linear. Now, what is animation timing function? Simply means is how smooth, like how do you want your animation to flow? Do you want it to flow step by step? Do you want it to ease in or ease out, or do you want it to do linear? So there are different kind of something you can try out. Okay, if you're a UI UX designer, or if you're not, or if you're a video editor, you will know what all these little things mean. I don't really know much about it. All I know is one animation, if you apply it, you will get to see how smooth your animation will be one after the other. So you can try everything out. You're allowed to do so when you're practicing. All right, so animation timing function is this thing. Then I'll say animation delay dash delay. That is how long should it take before the animation starts. I'll say 0 seconds, which means as soon as the page loads, let my animation start. Okay, let's make it 1 second so we can see it start immediately. 1 second is okay. All right, now I can actually stop here. There are a lot of animation properties you can apply. You can say animation direction, fill mode, delay, name. That's the first thing I applied. Place, state, composition, reach, end, timeline, everything. But I'm going to start with just the basics now, so we don't overwhelm you guys. So that's what we are going to apply for the animation right now. You can say that it's nothing much, but with this basic stuff, we can actually, our animation will begin. Now we are not done with the animation. All we've done here is set up a stage for the animation. That's what we've done right here. Okay, we are not done with it. We've just set up like a stage for it. All we are saying is, okay, this is everything that the animation will have to do. The animation we need, we'll call the animation blending. It will last 10 seconds. It will flow in a linear manner, and it will delay only 1 second before it starts. Finish. We're not done. So let's get done with it. So let's go down. Now to actually apply that, to actually apply the changes that will occur during the course of the animation, that means during these 10 seconds here, we are going to use something called at keyframes. At keyframes. Okay, so it is with this at keyframes that we will target the name of that will now apply the changes for our animation. And you can see the meaning here. Defines the set of animation keyframes. That is, at certain points in time, the animation will take this change or take this effect or take this effect. And the way you apply it is to target the element by the animation name. So I'm going to come here and say blending. Can you see it now? That's why this thing is important here, this animation name. In order to apply the effect, you have to use these keyframes to target this animation name. Then I say, okay, these are the changes that will occur. Now, we said our animation should last 10 seconds, right? Now, we don't have to come and be stressing ourselves and be doing, oh, I want it that every 2 seconds it to do this, every 3 seconds it to do this. No, don't bother yourself with it. All you have to do is come and say at 0% or at 10% or at 20%. That's all you have to come and do. It's automatically calculated for you if you use percentage. So I'm just going to say at 0%, let us change the background color again. So I'm going to come back here to my webgradients.com and I'm going to take another color. Let me do copy CSS. Alright, and I'm going to place it here. So let's do at 0%. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh no, let's make it at 20%. Come back here. And we'll do at 40%. Let's take another color again. Let's take this one here, this dusty grass, and paste at 60% of the animation. Come back here. Let's take another color entirely. Let's take that is way too different. Okay, let's take this tempting azure, right? Paste at 80%. Okay, let's take this frozen dreams. They have such nice names for these colors. All right, then at 100%, that is when the animation is done. What should you do? Apply this last effect and let us give it heavy rain. Heavy rain. Now let's give it sunny morning. When you see that big difference, so we paste and now we go and check out our animation. So come back here, come to this document here and reload. Then we just wait 1 second and the color should start changing. So can you guys see it now? Can you guys see the way the color is changing by itself? We don't need to do anything about it. And the reason why this is the background, why the color is not affecting the background is because of what we did here. This background clip, it applies automatically to it, so we don't need to set it up again. All we have to do is change the colors here, and we have this wonderful thing right here that's changing color by itself. Okay, sorry, I forgot to apply about last thing, the animation property. Now let us say when the animation is done, as you can see, the color stops changing. It stays static, the original way it was. Now you can allow your work to be like this, or you can apply a property that makes it so that whenever the animation stops, it resumes itself after a certain period of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply the animation timing function duration mode iteration count. This is it here. Animation iteration count, just say infinite. That means apply this animation an infinite number of times. If you give it a number, you can say, okay, apply it 5 times, 6 times, 10 times. But infinite means keep on applying non-stop. It's just keep on changing non-stop. Okay, let's make this font size bigger. I'm going to go up here to font size. I'm going to say 62 124 as we're doubling it. All right, so you can see very well now. Like I said, this is just a basic one. You can give it a more detailed animation whereby the color will be coming in from different angles. The sweet thing about the CSS animation is that you can play around with it as much as you want. For now, what you're just giving is the basic you need to get started with animation. So as you can see, whenever the thing stops, it starts over from the beginning and it continues all over and all over again. That is CSS animation. Now this one is for changing the color of the background, but let's do another one whereby we'll make the shape move up and down. Let's do that. So I'm going to come and create another div class here, and I'm going to call it div.borderbox. Sorry, div.borderbox greater than dot box. All right, that is all. Now I'm not going to type anything inside here whatsoever. I'm just going to leave it blank like this. I'm not typing nothing in it. All right, I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to target the property of what border box and say dot border box, and we're going to give it the whole width, height and everything. So I'm going to say position relative as well, margin auto, width. I'm going to make the width 80% of our page. Height, I'm going to make the height 600 pixels. I think that should be okay for me by me. Then I'm going to give it border radius just to style it up. Border radius 42 pixels. Shadow, box shadow. We've done box shadow in another topic. Please consult our old videos if you don't remember it. You will definitely see it there. So box shadow is going to be 2 pixels by 2 pixels by 16 pixels. We're going to make it black. So #000. Come here, lighten the color, and that should give us this bad boy right here. Yes, this is nice. Let's increase the font a little more. Alright, so let's increase the height of this box. I'm going to make the height 680 pixels just for the fun of it. And now we should have this gap, this bad boy right here. So we're not done. This is how the box will look like. We're not done. Let's apply the full animation right now. So next we're going to do is now what? Come down here and target the box. So dot box. Now we're going to draw a perfect circle using CSS, and it's actually pretty easy. To draw a perfect circle in CSS, all you have to do is make sure the width, height and border radius are all the same. Easy peasy. So we're going to say width. So we're going to give it position absolute. So we give this position absolute, and I forgot one thing. Sorry, come back here and just apply this last property. We're going to say padding should be 20 pixels. That's all. That's the last thing we're going to apply. Sorry about that. So come down here and say position absolute, then give it width. The width should be, let's say, 160 pixels. Height 160 pixels, and border radius 160 pixels. Then just to make sure you can see it well, give it a background color. I'm just going to give it blue. I'm feeling lazy. And we're going to come back here, and we have this little circle that is here. So what we want to do is that we're going to make this little circle move around this box. That is going to go right down, back, sorry, right down, left and up. Okay, clockwise, right down, left, up. That's what this box is going to do. So let's start. So just like this bad guy right here, this text style, we start by doing what? We apply the CSS, we set up the stage for the CSS. So we're going to comment this and say apply an animation. I'm going to just space this out a bit, and then we're going to come here and begin. So I'm going to say animation name. Animation name is ball. I'm feeling lazy, just don't judge me. Animation duration, just copy everything here. Let's feel lazy. Copy everything here exactly as it is. I'm not even going to bother myself. Copy and paste. Copy and paste is allowed, guys. It's allowed a lot to save you a lot of time. So if you copy and paste, don't feel like you're lazy. As long as you know what you're doing, don't feel like you're lazy. You're just saving yourself time. Alright, so we have the same properties here. I'm not going to apply anything new. And the next thing we're going to do is what? We're going to use our art keyframes property. We're going to target ball. So just like this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say at 20% of the animation. Would you already So at 20% of the animation, we're going to say move it from, let's say move it left 400 pixels, top should still be 20 pixels. Come down here at 40% of the animation, still stay at the left by 400 pixels, but the top should be 500 pixels. Let's just do it like this to start. Then we'll go to at 60% of the animation. That is 6. And please don't put the @ sign. I'm just using the @ sign to remind you guys, but don't put any @ sign, just the percentage. So from this one, we're going to say left should not be 40 pixels anymore, but 20 pixels. Then top should still be 500 pixels. We're just trying it. We'll still make adjustments if it doesn't work well, but let us see what we get. Now I know I said we're going to move it to the right, and I'm using left here, but that's the ideology. What we're doing, just if you guys touch, if you go back and watch CSS positions, you understand why I'm using left here and top instead of using right and bottom. So let's carry on. So at 80% of the animation, so it is still down at this point. We're going to say left should be 20 pixels and top should be 20 pixels as well. Then we're going to say at 100%, just to let us know it is done. At 100%, we'll give it a new background color. So let me get crazy. Let me copy this bad guy from here and apply it here. I'm going to give it a sunny morning. So let's go and check out our animation, and it should look like this. Reload and let us see this. All right, let's see. Oh, that is not good. So we have the animation moving, but it is not moving towards the edge, and that is a problem. We want it to move towards this edge, so let's make the necessary adjustments. Okay, let's make the necessary adjustments so it to move towards the edge. So let's do that. We're going to start by coming here and saying not at 20% but at 0%, left 20 pixels, top 20 pixels. Like that's why I said we're going to make adjustments. Then this left of 40 pixels, we go 400 pixels, we're going to make it 800 pixels. Okay, let's see how that 800 pixels look like. So it should move gradually. Okay, it didn't stop at the edge. Let's make it 800 pixels. Should we use rem? Okay, let's make it left 60%. I'm not sure should I use that. Let's see. Okay, that's okay. So we're going to make it left should be 90%. Now that's too much, so I'm going to make the left 80%. So let's come change it here, still 80%, and the top should it be 500 pixels. Let's see what it does. Okay, the 500 pixels is okay by me. The 500 pixels is okay by me. So the reason why I had to put this at 0% is that I had to put a starting point for the animation. Okay, you saw that the last time when I didn't put that 0%, immediately we applied the animation, it just disappeared and appeared. It's not supposed to be so. It's supposed to move, and that's why I had to do that. So that's why I had to say at 0%, let it stay in the original position. Then at 20% of the animation, let it move towards the left. That is, let it move away from the left. Okay, so if you did CSS positions with us, you will know that when you use this left property here, you know that when you use this left property, what you're doing is you're moving it away from the left. Okay, so that's what this thing simply means. So with that, we are done with CSS animation. You can see our little box is moving up and down just fine. Everything is working out great, but I don't like the way the color changes. It just disappears and appears. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to move this background gradient. I'm just going to say background color instead. It's two different properties, that's why it's doing that. Background color should be red. So come back here and you can see the color is gradually changing now till it gets to red when it's done. All right. So with that, we are done with the CSS animations. Now, like I said, when it comes to CSS animation, you can freestyle with it. You can do anything you want with it. It's left for your imagination. You can move it about. You can change color. You can make it disappear and appear if you want. We'll still do how-to videos on that. All right. So with that, we are done with the topic of today, which is CSS animations. Please don't forget, please, if you like this video, or please, if you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, you can follow us on our socials so that you can get you can get updates on you can get updates like job updates or read tech related articles that can help you further your skills. Also, if you need a site that can give you materials on CSS for free, we can also recommend it for you. It's not hard. It's just w3schools.com. It's a very good site. There's no developer that doesn't know it, no programmer that doesn't know it, no web developer that doesn't know it. w3schools.com is a very friendly site and all that. So once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like the video if you found it very helpful. Okay, and we'll see you in the next.